Good afternoon and welcome to baseball on West Bend Community Television. This is Jason Pittman coming to you from Carl Cuss Memorial Field at Regner Park in beautiful West Bend. We have a beautiful 75-degree day as we have the West Bend Braves taking on the West Bend 7-Up. And we're getting ready to start the ball game. First batter for the Braves is center fielder Nate Block. And he steps in, takes a called first strike. Pitching for 7-Up today is number 10, Matt Schubert. And Block fouls one off. We're at an 0-2 count. Handling the catching duties today for 7-Up is Adam Serauer. A pitch high and inside, misses. Ball one. Going around the infield for 7-Up, first baseman Adam Rollinger, second baseman Taylor Koth. Ball misses high, 2-2 count. At shortstop, Dan Ranieri, and at third base, Billy Bynum. And we have a strikeout on the first batter. Block goes down on strikes. That brings up right fielder Michael Seaman. Coming into today, 7-Up is 3-3 in league play, and the Braves are 1-8 in Land O'Lakes play. We have an 0-1 count. On the corner for strike two for Schubert. Ground ball to the right side. Rollinger has the pickup. Flip to Schubert for out number 2. 2 away here in the top of the first for the Braves. Next batter is the shortstop, Ben Seaman. Seaman hitting .333 on the season. Steps in. First pitch misses low. Schubert winds and delivers. Breaking ball for strike 1. In the outfield for 7-Up today, Nick Winter in left, Sam Mathias in center, and we have ball 2, and Matt Parent in right field. Schubert winds and comes to the plate. Strike on the outside corner. We have a 2-2 count on Ben Seaman. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Koth with the field over to Rollinger for the 4-3 putout. And after half inning of play, Braves 0, 7-Up coming up to bat. And we're back at Carl Cuss Memorial Field for the bottom of the first inning between the West Bend Braves and West Bend 7-Up. Our leadoff hitter for 7-Up is left fielder Nick Winter. He's going against Braves pitcher Brad Renflesh. Renflesh on the season has a 1-1 record, 3.18 ERA. And his first offering, Winter attempts a bunt, fouls it off for strike 1. Winter batting .450 on the season. He's got 8 singles and 1 double. He's going to try to use that speed to get on base, it looks like. We have a curveball miss high coming from Renflesh, so that makes us count 1-1. And we have a pitch that gets airmailed to the backstop. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Again, this is Jason Pittman coming to you for West Bend Community Television, channel 986 and 987. 2-1 count. And the delivery from Renflesh is low for a ball. And we have ball 4. Winter gets first base on the base on balls. And that brings up center fielder Sam Mathice for 7-up. Playing defense behind Renflesh today, we have catcher Bryce Kalinsky behind the plate. First base, Ryan Morrison. Second base is Tyler Morrison. Shortstop Ben Seaman and Nate Crowley at the hot corner. Renflesh delivers. Ball high. A wild pitch to the backstop. And Winter takes second base. Now 7-up has the first chance to score here with a runner in scoring position. The outfield for the Braves today, Riley McLaren in left field, Nate Block in center, Michael Seaman in right field for Bob Morrison's West Bend Braves. From the stretch, called strike. Count goes to 1-1 on Sam Mathice, the center fielder for 7-up. Renflesh steps off. Umpire calls time. And we're back in action. Tyler Morrison trying to keep the runner close at second. Renflesh delivers. Pitch misses for ball 2. 2-1 count here on a beautiful afternoon in West Bend. Strike on the outside corner makes the count 2-2 for Sam Mathice as he's facing Brad Renflesh of the Braves. Renflesh comes set and gives the fake turn to second base to keep the runner close. No action on the play. Breaking ball misses high for Renflesh. Count goes full. Outfielders are playing Mathice pretty much straight away. Renflesh delivers. Strike 3. Mathice down on strikes for the first out. And that brings up the pitcher, number 10, Matt Schubert. Schubert on the season hitting .316. He's got 1 home run. He's also one of the leading pitchers for 7-up in terms of number of innings pitched. And we have a pop-up. It is on the infield. Shortstop Ben Seaman camps under it. Makes the squeeze for the second out of the inning. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Brings up 7-up third baseman Billy Bynum. Billy's hitting .433 on the season. He's got 4 doubles, among the leaders in extra base hits for the team. Takes a strike on the outside corner for strike 1. Renflesh gets set. Delivers. Pitches wide for ball 1. Nick Winter still out at second base with 2 outs. First opportunity for either team to score. Billy Bynum, left-handed batter at the plate. Pitch misses high. High heat coming from Renflesh. And we're at a 2-1 count. Strike on the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Bynum trying to break the ice for scoring in this ball game. Renflesh trying to deny it. We have a foul ball out of play to the left side. Count stays at 2-2. Again, we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. We had a leadoff walk by Nick Winter, and he moved to second on a wild pitch. The next 2 batters have gone down for 7 up as Renflesh found the zone. And he misses wide. We are at full count. Renflesh delivers. Foul ball straight back to the screen. Renflesh deals on the full count. Fouled straight back again by Bynum. Coming up next month, there will be a big event here as they talk about the new plans for Carl Cuss Memorial Field here in West Bend. Renflesh comes set, delivers again. Pitch was wide, but Bynum can't hold off, fouls it off the end of his bat, and we stay at full count. With the high schools changing to spring ball, there's a significant need for some changes here in the facility. I know among the things they talked about is replacing this beautiful grandstand, which has been standing here for many, many decades. And we have strike 3. And we'll talk more about that when we come back for the top of the second. After 1 complete, we're scoreless. We'll be back after this. And we're back for inning number 2 of this Land O'Lakes matchup between West Bend Braves and West Bend 7-Up. To lead off the second inning for the Braves is first baseman Ryan Morrison. He's facing Matt Schubert, who set the Braves down in order in the first inning. First pitch misses for a ball. Ryan Morrison, base hit to right field for our first hit of the day. Hits it in the hole between first and second, just out of the reach of Taylor Koth. Brad Renflesh comes to the plate, the pitcher for the Braves. Brad is one of their leading hitters, hitting .265 on the season. First pitch fouls off the catcher's mask. Serauer shakes it off. And the umpire doing the good thing here, taking his time to give the catcher a chance to check everything out here while after he takes that hard ball to the face mask there. As I was saying during the last inning, there's going to be some changes here at Carl Cuss Memorial Field. This beautiful old grandstand that's just been here for about a century, I guess, is probably going to have to go by the wayside for some new seating. And Renflesh fouls one back to the screen. count goes 0-2. Anyway, they are talking about replacing this, which it's sad to see it go, but also this thing has provided more than its fair share of time and support for the West Bend baseball families. We have a fly ball to left field, and it is snagged easily by Nick Winter. That is our first out of the second inning. So fly to left field for the first out brings up Bryce Kolinsky, the catcher for the Braves. Strike on the inside corner. So they're talking about replacing this beautiful grandstand here in West Bend, but one of the great things about it is we have pitch runs inside and drills Kolinsky in the ribs, and he'll take first base on the hit by pitch. So we have 2 runners on now with 1 out in the top of the second for the Braves. They have a little something possibly going. They have a runner in scoring position. That brings up third baseman Nate Crowley. Going back to the grandstand here, they are talking about keeping the iconic West Bend lettering to go on top of the new grandstand, which will be great because that's kind of a landmark as you drive down the hill and look at this beautiful field here at Regner Park. Crowley swings at the pitch. We go 1-1 with that swinging strike. And again, we have 1 out with runners on first and second. Outside corner, a swing and a miss for strike 2. Schubert now 1-2. Foul ball keeps the count at 1-2. Crowley steps in. Schubert comes set. And he fouls one over by the third base dugout. Crowley's peppering that zone, keeping that inside, so Crowley cannot get those hands through. Called strike 3 for the second out of the inning and the second strikeout of the game for Matt Schubert. Second baseman Tyler Morrison of the Braves steps in now to face Schubert with 2 outs and the runner still on first and second. Base hit to the right field down the line. They're sending the runner. Throw to the plate. And they get him on the tag from right field. A great throw by right fielder Matt Parent to get Ryan Morrison at the plate. So that brings us to the middle of the second inning. Still scoreless. We'll be back after this. And we're back on West Bend Community Television. Check us out online at West Bend Community Television with the city of West Bend. Jason Pittman here for the bottom of the second inning of Land O'Lakes baseball. We have a concert going on in Regner Park today, so we get a little musical entertainment going on to our left here as we face the field. As we go to the bottom of the second with number 2, Adam Rollinger, the first baseman for 7-up, stepping into the box. Renflesh's pitch misses wide for ball 1. Renflesh comes set, delivers. Rollinger shows bunt, but pulls back. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield looks like they're playing Rollinger to pull a little bit. He shortens up to show bunt again, pulls back, and the count goes to 3-0, I believe. Low outside corner for a strike. Rollinger thought he had ball 4, but the umpire called it a strike. We're at 3-1. Renflesh comes to the plate. Ball 4 outside, and Rollinger takes the free pass to go to first base. Matt Parent steps into the box for 7-up. The right fielder for 7-up. Hits a hard ground ball to third. It gets bobbled, and he beats it out to first base. Nate Crowley bobbled the ball at third base. Was not able to recover in time to get Parent at first. Rollinger moves to second on the ground ball. That's the first error of the ball game. And we have runners on first and second for 7-up here in the bottom of the second inning. Taylor Koth steps in to face Brad Renflesh. He shows bunt, and he fouls it off the screen. It is a gorgeous day for baseball here in West Bend. 78 degrees, a light north-northeast wind, and low humidity. For those of you in the area that have suffered through any games recently know that this is a gorgeous Sunday afternoon for baseball. And second pitch, breaking ball misses high, and the count goes 1-1 to Koth. The 1-1 delivery, he bunts the ball down the first base side, and we have a force out at third base. Ryan Morrison comes across, fields the ball, and fires over to Nate Crowley at third base for the out. For a nice play. So Koth gets on the fielder's choice. We have a 3-5 put out on Rollinger. It keeps runners on first and second. And Dan Ranieri, the shortstop, is now at bat facing Brad Renflesh. First pitch to Ranieri misses high. The right side of the infield for the Braves look like they are playing bunt. Outfield is straight away. Ranieri takes wide for ball 2. 2-0 count here in the bottom of the second inning. Braves versus 7-up in Land O'Lakes baseball. Outside corner for a strike. 2-1 count. You can't get a much more perfect day for baseball. Beautiful temperatures. The ivy on the outfield here at Carl Cuss Field. Called strike 2. Ranieri with a count of 2-2. You have the old school look with the light posts on the inside of the fence here at Carl Cuss Field. That's such a beautiful setting. Pitch misses low and away, and we go to a full count with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Renflesh comes set on full count, delivers, and we have a fly ball to right center field. 1 hops the fence in right field. 1 run scores for 7-up, and another run comes in on the double, and an errant throw allows Ranieri to take third base. So we have a 2 RBI double for Dan Ranieri to get 7-up on the board first here. And he moves to third base on an errant throw. And 7-up takes a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Catcher Adam Strauer steps in with a runner on third base and 1 out. Called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Inside corner, Sorauer with a big swing and misses to bring the count 0-2. Renflesh pitching from the stretch with the runner on third. And we have a foul tip catch for a strike. Nice play by catcher Bryce Kalinsky to squeeze that pitch and get the strikeout for his battery mate. We have 2 away here in the bottom of the second, and brings up the leadoff hitter for 7-up, Nick Winter. Last time Winter got on a base on balls, advanced to second base on a wild pitch, and was stranded there at the end of the inning. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Ben Seaman camps underneath it. The sun. The ball was right in the sun, and Seaman lost the ball, and the ball falls harmlessly to the infield and puts Winter on first base. Another run scores. Ranieri from third, and 7-up now leads 3-0. Three errors this inning for the Braves, and that will hurt your defense. And when you look at the chances they had here, it makes a big difference. That run doesn't score if Ranieri doesn't advance to third on that errant throw after his double. After a throw over to first, Renflesh comes with a strike for a called strike one to Sam Mathies, the center fielder for 7-up. Renflesh comes again, breaking ball, misses high. Mathies thought about it, but held up his swing. So we're at a 1-1 count. Foul ball back to the screen. Mathies now 1-2 facing Renflesh. Nick Winter on first base after that high infield fly that was not caught due to the sun. Foul ball. Kalinsky not able to hold on. So we have a foul ball, and that keeps the count at 1-2. And the delivery. Catcher set up outside, and the pitch just missed. We're at 2-2. With a runner still on first base here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch comes inside. Mathies gets just a piece of it with his bat, fouls it off towards the right side to stay alive. That pitch looks like it ran in on him more than he thought it was going to. I wasn't sure, and he got a half swing on it and was able to foul it off. Renflesh delivers. Breaking ball misses inside, came around the plate. And we're now at a full count. The runner will be moving with the pitch here with 2 outs. Pitch misses high, ball 4. Matt Schubert, pitcher for 7-up, steps in to face his counterpart on the other team, Brad Renflesh. That, I believe, is the third walk Renflish has issued today. Runners are on first and second here for 7-up. As the Braves, Brad Renflish gets ready to come to the plate again. A big swing and a strike. Count goes 1-1 now to Schubert. Umpire says Schubert offered at the pitch for strike 2. Count now goes 1-2 on Matt Schubert, the pitcher for 7-up in the batter's box here in the bottom of the second inning. Fastball misses high from Renflish. Count goes 2-2. And swinging strike 3 for the third out of the inning from Renflish. And we're back to Carl Cuss Memorial Field, more Land O'Lakes baseball. We have the West Bend Braves coming to bat here in the top of the third inning. Looking ahead at schedules here, my schedule shows that 7-up will play the Brookfield Blue Sox next Saturday down in Brookfield at McCoy Field. Is catcher, excuse me, I'm at the wrong part of the batting order here, is left fielder Riley McLaren for the Braves. McLaren works a 2-1 count from Schubert. Called strike. Takes us to 2-2 count. Base hit, ball through the hole on the left side. McLaren with a leadoff single for the Braves. That's the third hit for the Braves. They have yet to push the run across. But with a leadoff hit, that's a promising start. Back to the top of the batting order for the Braves with center fielder Nate Block stepping in against Matt Schubert. First pitch misses wide, ball 1. And from what I see here too, next Sunday, the Braves travel to Brookfield to play the Brookfield Bulldogs, a 1 o'clock game at McCoy Field. We have a foul ball off to the right side to make the count 1-1. Block in against Schubert. Breaking ball misses low in the dirt. Block struck out his first time up. Schubert delivers. Strike on the outside corner. Count goes 1-2. Schubert comes set, the runner on first. Ground ball to shortstop. Flip to second. And the turn to first is too late. Ranieri to Koth for the put out at second base, and the relay from Koth to Rollinger was not in time to get the speedy Block at first base. So Block reaches on a fielder's choice. And a 6-4 put out on McLaren there at second base. Brings up right fielder Michael Seaman with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Breaking ball for a strike on the first pitch to Seaman. We have Michael Seaman and Ben Seaman back to back in the batting order here. Ground ball, foul ball right in front of the plate off the batter. Base umpire did a good job making that call immediately. It's a hard one for the plate umpire to see. Base umpire was on top of that, killing it immediately. We have an 0-2 count. Pitch just misses outside. Sauer tried framing that pitch, but the umpire would not quite give it to him. Strike 3 on a breaking ball in the dirt. Schubert takes the second one himself with the help of his catcher, Adam Sauer, to make 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Nate Block on first base, and shortstop Ben Seaman steps into the batter's box to face Matt Schubert. Called strike on the first pitch. Pitch misses low to make the count 1-1. Ben Seaman hitting .333 on the year. Runner goes. Sauer loses the handle on it. I don't know that he'd have had much chance on it anyway. Nate Block got a good jump there at first base. And now the Braves have a runner in scoring position again. We have a 2-1 count on Ben Seaman, now with Nate Block on second base. Schubert comes to the plate, pitch misses high. Schubert being careful here with the number 3 hitter for the Braves, Ben Seaman. Pitch misses, and we have a base on balls. Runners on first and second for the Braves with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. First baseman Ryan Morrison steps in. Last time at bat, Ryan had a single to right field. Pitch misses in for ball 1. Ryan was the batter who was, the base runner who was thrown out the plate from right field in the 2nd inning. And we have strike 1 on Morrison. Ground ball to the right side. Rollinger sits on it, flips to Schubert, and that retires the side for the Braves here in the 3rd. The Braves get the leadoff batter on base, end up with 2 on total for the inning, but come up with nothing. After 2.5, we're at 3-0. 7 up. We'll be back after this. And we're back in West Bend as we go to the bottom of the 3rd in the battle between the West Bend Braves and West Bend 7 Up. Stepping into the box for 7 Up is Billy Bynum, the 3rd baseman. Last time at bat, Bynum struck out. One of 4 strikeouts that Renflish has recorded today. First pitch misses high for a ball. Can tell Bynum's not happy with himself after swinging at that pitch high and away to make the count 1-1. Renflish winds and deals. Called strike on the outside corner, off speed. Count goes 1-2 on Bynum. And Bynum fouls one off behind us. Count stays at 1-2. Swinging strike 3 from Bynum. Goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today to make 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First baseman Adam Rollinger steps in, another left-handed batter here for 7-Up. He's one of 3 walks so far today, issued by Renflesh. First pitch misses for ball 1. Second offering misses wide, ball 2 to Rollinger. Other big sports news today, the U.S. women's national team won the World Cup 2-0 over the Netherlands. Ball 3 misses high. That game taking place in Lyon, France earlier today. Goals for the United States by Megan Rapinoe and Wisconsin's own Rose Lavelle. 3-0 count now to Adam Rollinger. Pitch misses inside, and Rollinger draws his second walk of the day. That is also the 4th walk that Renflesh has issued to 7-Up batters. Right fielder Matt Parent steps in. Last time at bat, Matt hit the ground ball to third base that Nate Crowley struggled with, and he beat out the air. First pitch from Renflesh misses high. Parent with a big swing and misses for strike 1. A little bit more breeze blowing according to the flag out in dead center field. Parent misses on a pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Count now goes 1-2. Rollinger on first base for 7-Up with 1 out. Renflesh misses wide on the 1-2 pitch. Count now even at 2-2. Bryce Kalinsky, the catcher for Brad Renflesh, doing a really nice job behind the plate. I'm an old catcher, so I'm partial to those guys and the work they have to do. Renflesh changes things up on Parent, little breaking ball, and Matt goes down swinging. Makes the 6th strikeout of the game for Renflesh, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd for 7-Up. Taylor Koth, the second baseman for 7-Up, is at bat. Ball 1, low and away. Adam Serauer still on first base. Regner Park here, it's got the ivy in full bloom on the outfield fence. We have a fly ball to right field. Michael Seaman drifts towards the foul line and secures the ball for the 3rd out of the inning. So in the bottom of the 3rd, 7-Up with no runs, no hits. They leave 1 man on. And we go to the top of the 4th with the score, 7-Up 3, Braves 0. We'll be back after this. And we're back on West Bend Community Cable for the top of the 4th inning. Brad Renflesh, the pitcher for the Braves, steps in to face his counterpart, hoping to help his own cause. Breaking ball for strike 1. I'd like to give props to our cameraman, Tom Stauff, today. Doing a great job helping me with my first gig here working with West Bend Community Cable, calling a ball game for you. Ball misses. Count goes 2-1 to Renflesh. He reaches out, tags the ball towards left field, and it goes right in the glove of left fielder Nick Winter for the 1st out of the 4th inning. That's 2 consecutive flyouts to left field for Renflesh, bringing up the catcher, Bryce Kalinsky. Kalinsky took a pitch to the ribs last time to reach first base. As I was saying earlier, you got the beautiful ivy on the fence out here at Regner Park, Cuss Field. 335 down the left field line, 363 to dead center, and 312 for the shorter fence in right field. A high pitch popped up. It's behind shortstop. Left fielder Winter calls him off and makes the play. Nice work by the 7-up defense there as Nick Winter called off shortstop Dan Ranieri to make the putout. Record that as an F6, and we have 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Nate Crowley, the third baseman, steps in the box to face Matt Schubert. A victim of strikeout last time, one of 3 that Schubert has notched so far today. He's given up 1 walk and takes an 0-1 count lead here as he faces Crowley. Pitch inside to Crowley, misses. 1-1. Outside corner fastball, strike 2. 1-2 count for Crowley. Left-handed batter takes another inside pitch for a ball. We're even at 2-2. Pitch misses just low. Crowley works a full count here from Schubert in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch misses high and away for a walk. Crowley takes the free pass down to first base. That's the second walk issued by Schubert in today's ball game. Second baseman Tyler Morrison is in the box now against Schubert. Breaking ball, he holds up his swing, ball 1. Morrison fouls one off his fists over to the Boys and Girls Club to the right side. I'm just hoping that anything goes straight back, doesn't reach my vehicle. Don't need any dents in it today. Schubert comes set with a 1-1 count. Breaking ball for a strike. Morrison had thoughts of it, but held up. Ends up being a called strike to make the count 1-2. Runner goes. Ball down the right field line. Foul ball. Ball just misses down the right field line. If that ball dropped fair, that would have been an interesting play with the runner going. You might have had a chance to score from first base, but the ball ends up just foul. Tyler Morrison, a 200 hitter on the season. Swings it, breaking ball on strike 3, and that retires this side for the Braves here in the 4th. 1 runner, 1 left, middle of the 4th. 7-up leads, 3-0. We'll be back after this. And we're back. Jason Pittman with you here from Carl Cuss Memorial Field in West Bend as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning with West Bend 7-up leading the West Bend Braves 3-0. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for 7-up will be second baseman Taylor Koth. He takes a pitch high from Brad Renflesh. Renflesh with 5 strikeouts so far in the day, but 4 walks also. Koth takes ball 2. Koth reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Strike 1 delivered from Renflesh. The count is now 2-1 to Koth. the first batter of the fourth inning for West Bend 7-Up. Another off-speed breaking ball. I'm sorry, it is not Koth who was at bat. I'm sorry. This is Dan Ranieri. I apologize. I made a mistake here. Dan Ranieri is the batter, and he now has a full count working against Brad Renflesh. Foul ball out of play. Last time up, Ranieri hit the double to the right center field fence, one hopping the ivy underneath the scoreboard. And he hits one to center field. Center fielder's Nate Block drifts back and makes the catch for out number one. Catcher Adam Serauer steps in for 7-Up. Delivery from Renflesh. Serauer fouls it off to the right side. Out of play. Serauer takes a called strike 2 on the outside corner. He doesn't seem so sure about that, but that's what the umpire called. Renflesh comes on the 0-2 delivery. Strike 3. I believe that would actually be the 7th strikeout for Serauer. I had miscounted before. Excuse me, 7th strikeout for Renflesh. So we have 2 outs here now in the bottom of the 4th. Leadoff hitter Nick Winter steps into the batter's box against Brad Renflesh of the Braves. Ball 1, low and away. Winter had showed bunt earlier. I wonder if he would pull one out here with a 2-out situation. Does not look that way. Ball misses outside. Count goes 2-0. Line drive, one hopper to second base. Morrison to retire the side. Tyler to Ryan, a 4-3 putout, and 7-Up goes quietly in the 4th. At the end of 4 complete, 3-0 7-Up. We'll be back after this. And we're back from Carl Cuss Memorial Field as we move to the top of the 5th inning in Land O'Lakes baseball. All the scoring so far came in the 3rd inning as 7-Up put up a 3 spot. And we now move to the top of the 5th. A bunt shown by Riley McLaren goes foul for strike 1. McLaren had a base hit last time, but then was put out on a 6-4 putout on the infield. Called strike 2 to McLaren. The 2nd inning is when those 3 runs got pushed across by 7-Up with the help of 2 base hits and 2 errors by the Braves. And that's all the scoring we've had so far today. Pitch misses to make the count even at 2-2. Schubert's issued 2 bases on balls today and 4 strikeouts as McLaren works a full count here from the 7-Up starter. Foul ball straight back to the screen. Schubert trying to get the first out of the inning. McLaren trying to get the batting order back to the top of the order for the Braves, and McLaren wins that battle, drawing the free pass from Schubert. The third walk he's issued today to bring up Nate Block, the leadoff hitter for the Braves. Called strike one to Block. He shakes his head in disagreement, but he still has the 0-1 count. Oh, runners takes off, and he's caught stealing. McLaren went on first movement, and that movement happened to be Schubert throwing to first base on a pickoff move. We end up getting the caught stealing 1-3-6, I believe it was, and we have one out. Next pitch to Block is low and in the dirt for ball one. 1-1 count. Schubert misses wide with his next offering. Count goes 2-1 to Nate Block, center fielder for the Braves. He goes down and chases one low, fouls it back to the screen. Count is even at 2-2. One out here in the top of the fifth inning. Block hits a fly ball to right field. Matt Parent camps underneath it and makes the play. 2 away here for the Braves in the fifth inning. Brings up Michael Seaman, the right fielder for the Braves. Seaman has grounded out to first base and been a strikeout victim of Schubert thus far. That one came right back at me behind the screen. If I had a glove on, I might have been able to tag it if it had got through, but we won't worry about that. Foul ball, strike one for Seaman. Breaking ball misses low. Count evens at 1. Breaking ball outside corner for a 1-2 count to Michael Seaman. Matt Schubert working in his fifth inning so far today. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Serauer steps to the outside. And the throw was wide to first base. Serauer's throw to Rollinger was wide. Rollinger could not get the tag in time, and Seaman reaches on the air. That air will be charged to the catcher, Adam Serauer, and that brings up shortstop Ben Seaman.
Wish I had a sub right there. Nick Sturman land was in the 2 spot.
Oh, in the 2 spot, okay. Okay, that was a correction. That was Matt Sturman in the 2 spot. So that is Sturman on first, not Seaman. And we have a foul ball from Ben Seaman. You said Sturman, right? Yep. Nick Sturman on first. Ben Seaman in at bat. Foul ball off the right side. Still working an 0-2 count. Schubert delivers, misses wide. 1-2 count here to Ben Seaman. Breaking ball in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Rollinger holding Sturman on at first base. Schubert delivers. Breaking ball, fouled off. Seaman battling in this at bat against Schubert, fouling off a couple pitches. Oh, ball squeaks through on catcher Adam Sarauer, and Sturman takes second base on the pass ball. Nick Sturman now on second base, runner in scoring position for the Braves.
He's going in the seventh spot.
Okay. Can I see the other side of your book quick? Yeah. I just want to see if something I missed on the other team. Okay. That's all I need. And we have strike 3 in the dirt. And we get to put out at first base. That ends the Braves threat here in the 5th. 7-up leads 3-0. We'll be back after this. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Regner Park. Carl Cuss Memorial Field. 7-up leads the Braves 3-0. Now batting for 7-up, Sam Mathies. We did have a substitute that last inning for the Braves. We have Nick Sturman in at third base. In right field, replacing Michael Seaman. And we have Cameron Drury now in at third base for Nate Crowley for the Braves. Foul ball, straight back behind us. 1-1 count now with Sam Mathies in the batter's box facing Brad Renflesh of the Braves. Renflesh with with 4 walks and 6 strikeouts so far today. Breaking ball misses wide. Count goes 2-1. Mathies with a strikeout in his first at bat in the first inning. The second inning, he was the recipient of a walk. 2-2 count. Renflesh winds, delivers. Strike 3, looking. Mathies down on strikes for the second time today. Brings up pitcher Matt Schubert for 7-up, hoping to help his own cause. Schubert 0 for 2 on the day with a fly to shortstop and a strikeout. Called strike. Strike 1 to Schubert. Things really settled down after that second inning. 7-up has sent 7 batters to the plate in the 3rd and 4th innings total, whereas they had sent 8 to the plate in the 2nd inning alone, in the inning where they scored their 3 runs with the help of 2 hits and 2 errors. Base hit to left center field. Ball reaches the fence. Schubert rounds first, cruises into second base with a stand-up double. So Schubert looks to help his own cause with that stand-up double with 1 out here in the 5th inning. As only the 3rd hit Brad Renflesh has given up today. Billy Bynum steps in. He has been a strikeout victim twice today, and he waves at the first pitch outside. Our flag has changed directions a little bit out in center field. There's a little dust devil blowing up by the first base dugout. Oh, ball hit up the middle. Schubert gets held at third. Throw comes wide to the plate. And he tried to score. Pitcher was backing up the play and covered the plate. Renflesh makes the tag out. Kalinsky made the flip to Renflesh to get the out at the plate on Schubert. So it'll be an 8-2-1 put out. And Bynum moves to second base on the throw to the plate. So we have 2 outs with the runner on second base for 7-up as Adam Rollinger steps in to face Brad Renflesh. Renflesh delivers, misses high for ball one. Called strike one to Rollinger. Rollinger's received 2 bases on ball today. Bynum out at second base, taking his lead. Pitch misses low for ball 2. 2-1 count. Pitch gets away from the catcher, Kalinsky. Bynum trots over to third base. Now 90 feet from scoring. Things change quite a bit when that runner's on third base versus second base. Again, we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Rollinger with a 3-1 count. Takes a called strike 2. Count goes full. Adam Rollinger, 394 hitter coming into this game. Looking to see if he can add a run to pad the lead for 7-up. Fouls it. Straight back under the catcher to the screen. Renflesh comes set to deliver to Rollinger. Rollinger holds up, fouls it off down to the third base coach. Count stays full with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, this game on West Bend Community Television, channel 986, 987. Ground ball to the right side. Tyler Morrison over to Ryan Morrison to retire the side. 4-3 on the putout. And the 5th inning comes and goes with no runs scored. Through 5 complete. 7-up leads the Braves 3-0. We'll be back after this. And we're back to Carl Cuss Memorial Field again. Tom Stauff, cameraman, with your play-by-play man Jason Pittman here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. And Ryan Morrison steps in to face Matt Schubert as he begins his 6th inning of action here, pitching for 7-up with a called strike. I heard some of the spectators here talking about the renovations that are going to happen at this field. Will be announced here next month. I believe they're putting artificial turf in. Count goes 1-1 here. Called strike 2 to Ryan Morrison. Having been a teacher and coach in Kewaskum for many years, and the turf facility up there, it was a godsend for Kewaskum this year, I know, and I know the Kewaskum A's have played there. The West Bend teams have played there a few times due to weather and field concerns when we had our wet stretches here in this summer. Umpire appeals down to his partner at first base. And he's rung up on a strike 3. Ryan Morrison thought he checked his swing. 7-up asked the plate umpire to check with his partner on the bases. And I hear the base umpire telling the West Bend Braves bench that he broke the plane with his bat. Thus, he rung him up for strike 3 for the first out. Pitcher Brad Renflesh steps in against Schubert. Weighs at pitch number 1 for strike 1 of this at bat. Called strike 2. Renflesh has flown out to left field twice. In the second and fourth innings. Ground ball to third. And Renflesh beats out the throw from Billy Bynum at first base. Billy had a hard time getting much on that throw, as he had to come charging hard on a soft ground ball. The fourth hit for the Braves brings up Bryce Kalinsky, the catcher. Called strike 1 to Kalinsky. Renflesh reaches base for the first time today. Umpire says he offered at the pitch, strike 2. Kalinsky was hit by a pitch and flew out to shortstop. A 1-2 count now to Kalinsky. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 2. Umpire says he offered at the pitch for strike 3. With first base occupied, the ball being in the dirt did not matter. So Kalinsky goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Cameron Drury at third base now steps in for his first at bat, and he swings it strike 1. Called strike 2 from Schubert. Renflesh on first. And Drury swings at strike 3. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left for the Braves here in the 6th. After 5.5, Braves 0, 7 up 3. We'll be back after this. Again, from a beautiful Regnier Park in West Bend. Land O'Lakes Baseball brought to you on West Bend Community Television. Check us out at West Bend Community Television online, channel 986, 987. Run through the city of West Bend. Matt Parent leads off the inning for the 7-up team against Brad Renflesh, who enters his 6th inning of pitching this afternoon. Parent is 0 for 2 today, reaching on an error by third baseman and a strikeout. Pitch sails inside. 2-0 count. Parent hitting .515 according to the stats I printed out, having a heck of a season for 7-up. Fly to left field. And that ball on foul ground, snared by Derek Handel, a substitution for the Braves. Nice play by Handel. At first I thought Parent's ball was going to go further foul, but it hung up there and only went about 10 or 15 feet foul, and Handel made a nice play on that to retire Parent for the first out of the inning. Taylor Koth at bat. He's reached on a fielder's choice and flown out to right field. Ground ball to shortstop. Ben Seaman fires across to Ryan Morrison to retire Koth for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Seaman. Close play at first base. Got him by about a half step. Dan Ranieri steps into the box now to face Brad Renflesh. The Braves defense doing a nice job behind Brad this inning. Retiring the first two batters. Ranieri shows bunt, pulls back, breaking ball misses wide for ball one. High fastball, ball two. Just out of the zone for Renflesh. Renflesh has walked 4 and struck out 7 so far today. Ranieri with a 2 RBI double in the second. And then he scored the third run for 7-up in that inning. And he flew out to center field last at bat in the fourth inning. Called strike. Count 2-1 to Ranieri. Correction, 3-1, ball 4. That was a 3-1 delivery, ball 4 to Ranieri. He takes first on the free pass. The 5th walk issued today by Renflesh. So 7-up has a runner on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Adam Serauer steps in. He's been a strikeout victim twice so far this afternoon. Fastball misses high for ball 1. The flag in center field just hanging right now. Very little breeze, if any, right now at Carl Cuss Field. Breaking ball. Serauer swings and misses to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ranieri takes his lead at first. He's going. Foul ball. Back to the screen by Serauer. Ranieri will jog back to first base. And Serauer will have a 1-2 count here as we resume play here in the bottom of the 6th. Renflesh comes set. Misses inside. Count goes 2-2 to Serauer. Oh, ground ball, dribbles back to the mound. Renflesh fields, throws to Morrison at first base to retire Serauer, and 7-up in the 6th inning. 7-up sends 4 to the plate in the 6th. 1 reaches base and is stranded. At the end of 6, 7-up leads 3-0. We'll be back on West Bend Community Television after this. And we're back. I need to say thanks to cameraman Tom Stoff with his help for me today. My first game calling here for West Bend Community Television. As we go to the top of the 7th, a base hit to lead things off here for Tyler Morrison, the second baseman for the Braves, with a single to right field to start things off for the Braves here. Number 7, Wyatt Herbert enters the lineup for Tyler Morrison, running at first base. Runner on first base, nobody out. Morrison with the base hit. Herbert in to run for him. And that brings up Derek Handel, who went in for McLaren, who's coming to bat for the first time here in this ball game. Take the pitch for a ball. Line drive to left field. Right at Nick Winter, who bends down and snags the ball for out number 1. Handle hit it well, but just right at the left fielder, Nick Winter. That brings the Braves back to the top of their batting order with Nate Block, the center fielder, stepping in. Facing Matt Schubert, Block is 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, reaching on a fielder's choice and flying out to right field. Breaking ball for a strike, makes the count 0-2. Foul ball, heading over to the Boys and Girls Club. Block hitting 400 coming into today. Has 5 stolen bases, and he added that total earlier today after reaching on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. One-two count. Schubert delivers to Block. Breaking ball misses. Count goes even at 2-2. Herbert, the runner at first base. Pop-up foul ball behind us here in the grandstand at Carl Cuss Memorial Field. Count stays at 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count goes full here to Nate Block of the Braves. Will Herbert get in motion on this pitch? We'll see. He does not. Ball 4 low. Matt Schubert now with 2 runners on here. Has not had to face this situation in a little while here since the 5th inning. Excuse me. Make that the 2nd inning. And now we are at 1 ball, no strikes. With Nick Sturman reached last time on a drop 3rd strike where Sorauer's throw was wide to Rollinger. So he's 0 for 1, even though he has reached base on a strikeout. Outside corner called strike 2. Count goes 1-2 to Nick Sturman. Breaking ball in the dirt. Runner at first base, so the batter is out. First base is occupied, so we have a strikeout, which is the 8th one of the day for Matt Schubert. And we have 2 outs with runners on first and second here in the top of the 7th for the Braves. Braves are looking to crack the scoreboard for the first time today. Called strike to Ben Seaman. 7-Up is hoping to get out of this jam with nothing coming across for the Braves. Pitch misses wide for ball 1, 1-1. There is action in the bullpen for 7-Up. Looks like there's 2 different pitchers warming up, a lefty and a righty. Ball 2, strike 1 to Ben Seaman, the shortstop for the Braves. Ground ball through the right side. Runners coming to the plate. Not in time. Nobody covering second. Seaman moves to second on the throw to the plate. So Seaman gets the RBI single. Moves to second on the throw to the plate. Nate Block ends up at third base, and Wyatt Herbert scores the first run of the game for the Braves. So the Braves crack the scoreboard with their first run here in the top of the seventh. And draws in within 2 runs here with a runner on third base yet. Like I said earlier, many things can happen when that runner is only 90 feet from the plate. Ryan Morrison steps in. 1 for 3 today. Base hit to right field. A ground ball to first base and a strikeout. Ball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Adam Serauer. Schubert now 1-1. Pitching to Ryan Morrison. Breaking ball called a ball. 2-1 count to Morrison here in the top of the seventh. Foul tip for a strike. Serauer held on to the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Block on third. Morrison at the plate. And we have the put out at first base after the strikeout. The Braves get on the board for the first time today, scoring 1 run. They leave 2 on base to make the game 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the seventh. We'll be back after this. And we're back. Land O'Lakes baseball on West Bend Community Television. West Bend 7-Up hosting the West Bend Braves. 3-1 7-Up here as we move to the bottom of the seventh. Brad Renflesh stays on the mound for Braves. First pitch, Nick Winter is bunted towards first base, and he beats it out easily. A bunt single for the speedy Nick Winter of 7-Up. That leads off the bottom of the seventh with a base hit. Runner on for Sam Mattheis coming to the plate for 7-Up. Okay, we had timeout for a shoe issue, and now we're back to action. Mattheis at the plate for 7-Up. Renflesh delivers. Ground ball to third. Ball stays fair. Throw to first is high. Third baseman Cameron Drury's throw was high to first base, allowing Mattheis to reach on an error. Winter moves to third on that throwing error as Mattheis moves to second. Third error of the game for the Braves. And 7-Up now has runners on second and third with no outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Matt Schubert, the pitcher, in the batter's box for 7-Up. Takes a fastball high for ball 1. Schubert 1 for 3 on the day. He has a double to left center, and a fly ball to short and a strikeout victim of Renflesh. Oh, he punches one over shortstop into short left center. 1 run scores. Second run is going to score. Schubert with a 2 RBI single. Two runs across for 7-Up here in the bottom of the seventh. Schubert moves to second on the throw to the plate. Makes the score 5-1 in favor of 7-Up.
What's he complaining about? There's 2 doubles. Not far enough? Yeah.
Billy Bynum steps to the plate. Foul tip for strike one. Bynum had a single his last time up. Looking for another one to see if he can bring in Schubert from second base. He fights one off to left field. And the left fielder, ball skips past him. Schubert's going to score. He'll score standing up. Bynum drives the run in to make the score 6-1 in favor of 7-up. Adam Rollinger at the plate now as Renflesh delivers wide for ball one. A little more breathing room for 7-up to determine what they want to do with their pitching here for the last couple of innings. Called strike one to Rollinger. Count even at 1-1. Talking about the turf earlier, I don't know if West Bend's going to go with all turf field. Ball two, just missed. I don't know if they're going to go with an all turf field or just a turf infield like Kewaskum did, but either way, it'll be a great situation for the high school teams in the spring. And in the summer, they don't have to worry about the weather nearly as much. Outside corner, called strike. Count even at 2-2. Renflesh even at 2-2 to Adam Rollinger here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So far, 7-up has pushed 3 across this inning, and they have yet to get an out. Ball wide. Count goes full to Adam Rollinger. The turf will give consistent play, and you'll never have to worry about the weather being an issue. Field's draining incredibly quick. Runners going, foul ball. Count stays at full. Rollinger protecting the runner there, fouls it off to the left side behind home plate. Renflesh comes set. Delivers to the plate. Strike 3 called. And Bynum was running. Throw goes into center field. Bynum ends up at third base. Well, Rollinger becomes the 8th strikeout victim of Brad Renflesh today. And Billy Bynum ends up on third base for 7-up after stealing second, and the throw going into center field with no one covering the bag. Brings up Matt Parent, right fielder. Matt is 0 for 3 today, and there's one out in this inning. Matt reached on an air, struck out, and flew to left in his 3 at-bats so far today. Renflesh's first pitch misses for ball 1. Parent, it's a foul ball. Count even at 1. See Matt talking to the umpire, asking where that pitch was, if he was chasing one that he shouldn't or not. And Matt settles into the box for a 1-1 count. Breaking ball. Matt ducks, and it's a called strike for strike 2. 1-2 count now. Renflesh facing Matt Parent here in the bottom of the 7th. Renflesh changes his delivery angle a little bit. Comes from the side a little bit more. Misses low in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. I know from talking with Matt Parent earlier today, he said he pitched last Thursday when it was hot and humid and went all 9 innings. It said he's about ready to pass out. It was so hot. But we don't have that kind of weather here today. We have gorgeous weather in eastern Wisconsin today. And Matt fouls it off the end of the bat, and it dies in the grass outside the first baseline. We have gorgeous weather here today in West Bend. mid to upper 70s, light northeast breeze, low humidity. Can't get any better weather for baseball than this on a Sunday afternoon. 1-2 count with one out here, bottom of the 7th. Matt Parent facing Brad Renflesh. Breaking ball. Parent hits fouled on the left field line.
Barreled that one nice.
This game was supposed to be a noon start today. Got switched to 1 o'clock. It's not like the weather's going to be a factor by moving it an hour later. It's still a beautiful day. Beautiful blue skies, a few high, light, wispy clouds. Renflesh delivers. Strike 3. Parent goes down on strikes. Second time today for Parent, and the 6th strikeout of the game for Renflesh. Stepping into the box, Taylor Coath, the second baseman for 7 up. Pitched, misses wide for ball 1. Bynum still at third base for 7 up. The team has tallied 3 runs this inning. There's now 2 outs in the inning after Parent's strikeout. Foul ball straight back to the screen here by Coath. Count even at 1 apiece. 1-1. Foul ball. Off the end of the bat. Off the catcher's mask. Bryce Kolinsky. He seems no worse for the wear after that one. Glancing blow. And count is now 1-2 to Coath. Breaking ball misses high from Renflesh to make the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ground ball in the hole. Shortstop picks it up, makes a throw. Safe at first base. Ben Seaman made a tough play in the hole, threw it across to Morrison, but was not going to retire Coath. It was just too tough of a play in that situation. Coath base hit, scores a run, puts the 7th run on the board of the game for 7 up. Bynum scoring on that. And shortstop Dan Ranieri steps into the box to face Brad Renflesh. Foul ball. Umpire brings us back live. Runner goes. And no throw made. Coath easily stole that base. Runner now on second base with a 1-1 count to Dan Ranieri. Renflesh pivots to check the runner. No one holding him. Renflesh delivers. Outside strike on the corner. Called strike makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 7 up holding a 7-1 lead here. Ball scoots away from the catcher. Koth decides to go. Throw is late. Ball got away from Kalinsky. Koth hesitated, then finally broke. Kalinsky's throw was just a little bit late. Over to Cameron Dewey to try to make the put out at third. And so Koth now at third base. Ball misses wide. Count goes full here to Dan Ranieri. Brad Renflesh with 6 strikeouts so far on the day. I'd like to get another one here to end the inning. He delivers. Foul ball down the right field line, down by the bullpen down the right field line. That ball is being chased down by Nick Sturman and tossed back in. Renflesh comes set here with a full count delivery. Fly ball to center field, block underneath it, and he squeezes it to retire the side. 7th inning, he's 7 up, score 4 runs to make the score 7-1. 7 complete on West Bend Community Television. We'll be back after this. And we're back with you here from Carl Cuss Memorial Field, Land O'Lakes baseball on West Bend Community Television. The West Bend Braves against West Bend 7 up as we move to the top of the 8th inning with 7 up leading 7-1. We have a pitching change for 7 up. Number 4 is in. I am working to get that name for you when I get that opportunity. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. In the batter's box is Brad Renflesh, the pitcher for the Braves. Ball 2 in the dirt. Renflesh is 1 for 3 today with 2 flyouts to left field and a single. Ball 3, 3-0 to Renflesh. Ground ball to second base. Koth over to Rollinger to retire Renflesh. Catcher Bryce Kalinsky steps in to the batter's box to face this new pitcher for 7 up. Called strike 1 to Kalinsky. Next pitch misses wide for ball 1. 1-1 count to the Braves catcher. Misses low for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Kalinsky. Top of the 8th inning here. Braves are down to their last 5 outs here. There's 1 out in the 8th. Kalinsky now at a 3-1 count. Ball 4, Kalinsky gets the free pass. That brings up Cameron Drury, the third baseman for the Braves. The Braves are looking to make a little noise here in the 8th inning and get back into this ball game as they trail by 6. Fastball high, misses for ball 1. Pitcher comes set. Batter goes. And, the runner goes, and Drury is hit by the pitch. Runners on first and second bases now with 1 out here in the top of the 8th for the Braves. Wyatt Herbst, second baseman, now batting for the Braves. Called strike 1. Pitch misses low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the 8th for the Braves. Runner fakes going here at second base. Pitcher delivers to the plate. Ball misses wide. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's some action going in the 7-up bullpen with a lefty throwing. Ground ball just wide of the base at first for a foul ball. Two and 2 count here to Wyatt Herbert, second baseman for the Braves. Runners go. Throw to second. And this runner is out at second base, caught stealing. Sarower to Koth for the putout. The lead runner safe at third, but the trail runner, Drury, thrown out. That makes 2 outs. Foul ball for Herbert. Count is full. Foul ball straight back to the screen. And Herbert stays alive for another pitch. Full count delivery. Oh, wild pitch wide of the plate. And the runner from third scores easily. Herbert takes first base on the walk. Kolinsky scores to make the score 7-2 in favor of 7-up. The Braves need to keep scratching away here if they're going to get back in the game. Derek Handel into left field now hitting. He flew to left field his last at bat. Pitcher comes set. Handel swings at one over his head for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Breaking ball gets away from Serauer, and Herbert moves up to second base. First, it looked like the pitch was going to hit Handel, but it did not, and the ball skipped off of Serauer's glove, back to the screen. Herbert moved up to second base. 2-1 count here to Handel in the top of the 8th inning. The Braves have already pushed across 1 run, and they now have a runner in scoring position again. Swing and a miss by Handel takes the count to 2-2.
You got this, Colin.
Looks to me like this pitcher for 7-Up is Colin Daney, who was in. And he gets the strikeout to end the 8th inning threat from the Braves. Braves push 1 across to make the score 7-Up 7, Braves 2. Middle of the 8th inning. We'll be back after this. And we're back from Carl Custom Memorial Field for the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-Up coming to bat, Adam Serauer at the plate. A new pitcher for the Braves in Tyler Drezik. First pitch is a ball inside. The book on Brad Renflesh for today, he gave up 8 hits over 7 innings, walked 5, struck out 9. Drezik offers, and Serauer fouls it off. Count now 2-1 to Serauer. The numbers for Matt Schubert, who was replaced that last inning by Colin Daney. His numbers ended up being, he gave up, through 7 innings, gave up 1 run on 2 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Drezik delivers. Ground ball down the right field line, stays just inside the bag, and Serauer gets a base hit. Base hit by Adam Serauer to start off the bottom of the 8th for 7-Up.
The rubber band, yeah. What if it's in the grass?
And we've got a pinch runner in the game for 7-Up, number 1. Nothing against Adam Serauer, but this guy looks like he might be a little bit quicker on the bases than Adam. I've known Adam for a long time, so. First offering to Winter from Drezik is a called strike on the inside corner. Nick Winter at the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a ground out to second base. He had a bunt singles last time up in the inning where 7-Up pushed across 4 runs. He started them off with that bunt single. Count now goes 2-1 on Winter as I stumble over my tongue. Called strike on the outside corner. Count now 2-2 on the left fielder for 7-Up. Curveball, ground ball to second base. Flip to second, over to first, not in time. Tyler Morrison, excuse me, that wouldn't be Tyler Morrison anymore. That'd be Wyatt Herbst making the flip over to Seaman to get the put out at second base. Fielder's choice for Winter. And the pinch runner is retired 4-6. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th for 7-Up with Sam Mathice at the plate. Called strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Foul ball. Ball bounces off the plate and skips back behind the umpire for strike 2. Matthijs today is 0 for 3. He's reached on a walk and on an error. Ground ball to short. Seaman flips to Herbert, and there is no play at first base. So a 6-4 put out this time on the base runner. Another fielder's choice. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th for 7 up. Matt Schubert steps into the batter's box. He's got 2 hits today, a double and a single, and driven in 2 runs. He had 2 RBIs in that 4-run 7th inning for 7 up. He hits a pop-up, middle of the infield. Shortstop makes the call. Seaman makes the catch, and that retires the side for 7 up here in the 8th inning. 1 hit, 1 runner left, and we go to the top of the 9th inning on West Bend Community Television. We'll be back after this. And we head to the top of the 9th inning here, Land O'Lakes baseball. West Bend 7 up, leads the West Bend Braves 7-2. Nate Block, leadoff hitter for the Braves. We'll start off the top of the 9th here for us as the Braves hope to put together a big rally to extend this ball game. We have a new pitcher in for 7 up, number 31. I do not have a name on him at this point, but you can see, we have a lefty, and he gets off to a good start, delivering strike 1 to Block. And Nate fouls one off for strike 2. Block 0 for 3 today, reaching on a fielder's choice and a base on balls. He was a strikeout victim in his first at bat, facing Matt Schubert. Ball low into the dirt. Count goes 1-2. The pitcher comes set. Ball just misses on the outside edge of the plate, just around that corner. A little bit of a break. 2-2 to Block here in the top of the 9th as the Braves have their last chance to try to make something happen here. Ground ball to short. Ranieri comes across, fires across to Rollinger. Nice play to get the 6-3 put out by Ranieri. 1 out here in the 9th. Nick Sturman, right fielder, now in. He is 0 for 2 today. He struck out twice, but reached on a drop 3rd strike. Pitcher delivers. Ball 1, low and inside. Foul ball flares off the glove, and Rollinger cannot get to it over behind the dugout on the first base side. I'm sure these catchers today, Bryce Kalinsky and Adam Sarau, are appreciating this cooler weather a lot better than what they've had to play in recent weeks with the hot and humid weather of eastern Wisconsin summer. Breaking ball misses for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Sturman. Top of the 9th inning. Braves hoping to rally. 7 up, hoping to squash it and get the win. Called strike 2. 2-2 count. Defense is playing him straight away. Umpire calls time. And the ball is back live. Ball 3 sneaks away. Again, I'd like to thank our cameraman Tom for all of his work helping me today on my first time broadcasting for West Bend Community Television, covering Land O'Lakes baseball. It's been a privilege to be with you today. As Sturman fouls one off to the screen, hopefully I've done well enough for you. I'll have to check with my boss John to see if I'll be invited back. And the left-hander delivers in the dirt, ball 4. Sturman flips his bat towards the dugout and takes first base on the free pass. Shortstop Ben Seaman steps into the batter's box for the Braves. Ben is 1 for 3 today. He had a RBI base hit his last at bat in the 7th inning. He's also reached on a base on balls in the 3rd. He has struck out once today. He takes the first pitch for a ball. And the next pitch is high for ball 2.
Dennis, you don't miss a thing, dude.
Next pitch is an inside strike for strike 1. On the corner at the knees. 2-1 count now to Seaman. With 1 out here in the top of the 9th for the Braves. Pickoff move to first, and Sturman is back. A little different with a lefty on the mound. I know I always struggled with trying to read those pickoff moves. Foul ball over to the Boys and Girls Club again. Two and 2 count now to Ben Seaman, the shortstop for the Braves. The young left-hander comes set, steps off, throws to first. Sturman back in plenty of time. Adam Rollinger didn't even bother applying a tag in that situation. Fly ball to right field. Parent camps underneath it and squeezes it to record out number 2 here in the 9th inning. Two away here in the top of the 9th, bringing up Justin Widmeyer to bat for the Braves. This will be his first at bat of the day. Fastball high for ball 1. And the lefty delivers. Called strike 1. Count now goes 1-1 to Widmeyer. Breaking ball comes around the plate for ball 2. Widmeyer held off. Count goes 2-1. With Sturman at first base for the Braves. Ball 3 off the outside corner. 3-1 count. Swinging strike. Full count with 2 outs. Runner will be going on the pitch here. We'll see if there may be a pickoff move from the lefty. He looks. He delivers. Ball 4 high. Well, the Braves keep the game alive with 2 runners on now in the top of the 9th. '19. Pokoi Kokama comes in to run for Widmeyer at first base. And that brings to bat the pitcher Tyler Drezik, who takes a called strike 1. Drezik holds up on the next pitch to make the count 1-1. Ground ball to short, and the flip to second for the out. And that's the ball game. Our final score today from Carl Cuss Memorial Field, the West Bend Braves 2, the West Bend 7 up. 7 totals for this game. The 7 up scored 7 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors and they left 8 runners on base. The Braves scored 2 runs on 6 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 12 runners on base for the game. This is Jason Pittman with the help from cameraman Tom Stoff today, and broadcasting for West Bend Community Television, channel 986, 987. Thanks for watching today's game.